Hi guys, today's a video about how to use your affirmations regardless of your state, the impact of your mental or emotional state. Do you need to be in a specific state to manifest? What does this mean, and does it actually affect your manifestation? So today's going to be all about those kind of affirmations, and affirmations in general, actually, not those type, but all affirmations, and talking about your state in relation to that. So if you want to hear more about this, learn more about it, you've had any doubts or questions, hopefully this video helps clear it up. So do please thumbs up, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. It would mean a lot to me. You can also sign up for one-on-one coaching with me. I offer a bunch of different coaching services, email, Instagram, digital products that you can buy for yourself. So all the prices, which I have to say are very, very low still. I'm keeping it at a very minimal price point for now, so do take a look. It's all on my Instagram, linked below, LOA Coaching, or you can reach out to me. My email is linked everywhere as well, and yeah, you can coach with me. So now let's start the video. Today is specifically about affirming from a negative state. So do negative emotions and a negative mindset affect your manifestation? Can you still successfully affirm and use your affirmations regardless of that? So I will say that your emotional or mental state does not matter. It doesn't matter what emotional point you're starting from, whether you're anxious, upset, scared, doubtful, heartbroken, and you're, for example, manifesting your SP, none of it matters. Same with your mental state. Are you really anxious? Are you unable to concentrate? Are you just going through a really downward spiral? Are you feeling super anxious? Or regardless of all that, it does not affect your manifestation. So you affirming and putting in the work but feeling bad has no impact on your manifestation. If you persist and put in the effort, keep track of your thoughts, stay on positive thought process, that is the most important element. It's the repetitive thoughts and the repetitive visuals. Whether or not you're using visualization, the visuals will probably still come up in one way or another, but it's those thoughts and visuals that you are repetitively telling yourself and thinking about that are manifesting. That is what is manifesting and being created in your reality, whether it's a new result, a new version of reality, or just shifting certain points and shifting a certain relationship that already exists for you. It's those repetitive thoughts and images that you are creating and bringing into your mind over and over every day. That is what is manifesting. The key element is staying on top of your mental diet. So staying on top of your thoughts throughout the day. Like I said, if you're coming from, I presume you'd be watching this video or have this question because you've been, maybe heartbroken from your SP, or super anxious, or feeling a little bit overwhelmed about how could you possibly manifest this thing. So if you're coming from that state where you're already upset, it's just about watching what thoughts come up. It's possible, obviously, if you're already upset, for the thoughts to come up. It is not the emotion itself, it's the effects of the emotion. So if you're upset or anxious, you might start to have doubts or get into a victim mindset, woe is me. And you want to keep track of that. It's okay, and it's a natural human reaction at times. So don't, vilify yourself or punish yourself or get frustrated. It's okay. Pull yourself out of that state. And that's where this mental diet comes in and is so important. Pull yourself out of the state and remind yourself, okay, I can apply my mental diet here, flip it around, turn the thought back into a positive, keep working on the result I want. I'm having a bad day, I'm having a bad moment, whatever it may be, and then you pull yourself out of it. Use your mental diet, because the mental diet is going to affect your subconscious whether you realize it or not, and that is really going to help continue creating that manifestation and the results you want. So because you're already upset, you're already in possibly a negative state, mentally or emotionally, whatever the case may be, you just want to be on top of your mental diet and say, right, this is a moment where I could spiral or things could come up negatively in my mind. Let me flip it back around. Let me be aware of what is coming up. Is there a repetitive theme here that I can keep track of? Or, is it just something in the moment that I can just immediately flip so it doesn't impact my manifestation at all? Think about it to yourself in terms of how often are we actually in a positive state when manifesting, especially the big things, the life goals, the significant things we really want. Are you starting from a really happy, fulfilled, amazing, emotional state and mental state? If you were, you probably wouldn't be bothered with manifesting those things. They would, sorry, I've got something in my eye. They would be coming about naturally. You would already have it, or just be something that feels realistic and natural, and hence you feel super happy and confident in life. So how often when we're actually working on these manifestations are we truly feeling happy and fulfilled and in a really confident mental state? Chances are less than 50%, because you're working on something you really want, you're determined, you're maybe excited, you're maybe, super grateful or something like that, but you're not going to be at your ultimate emotional peak or mental peak because you physically don't have the things you want. You're working towards them, you're manifesting and creating it in your reality, but your emotional state probably won't align up with that. And that's okay, you don't need it to be that way. So ask yourself that to reassure yourself that, okay, emotions clearly don't matter that much, or in terms of manifestation, emotions don't matter at all. It's not going to stop me from getting what I want, because, how often can people actually be at that ultimate happy state when manifesting? It's just not realistic for most of us. Another question you can ask yourself that ties into this is, how can manifestation be limitless if emotions and your mental state and happiness and feeling it real were so important and prevalent? How can manifestation be limitless? So how can you help a family member heal? How can you get yourself good grades when you've been failing every class? How can you lose 10 pounds overnight? How can you lose 10 pounds in a week? I'm not saying you should do those things, but those are examples of things I've seen other people manifest, and they've managed to manifest things really, really quickly, do a 180, turn a situation around. And how can those things happen if manifestation weren't limitless? How would those things exist if your mental state and emotions mattered? So when it comes to family, friends, anyone who's not in a good situation, and obviously you feel for them, you have empathy, you're sad or scared or anxious, how can manifestation then still occur? And it does. I've tested it out. You guys have tested it out. No doubt if you think back to situations, you'll see how it worked. I've had people write to me about helping people, get better and improve in their lives when things are looking really, really bleak. And it works. It can absolutely happen. So in that case, the emotions obviously did not align. So don't worry too much about what state you're in mentally or what you're feeling. And honestly, that state and emotion and kind of feeling really down, all of that is going to pass on its own. It's going to dissipate and just pass day by day. And you're going to eventually feel really happy and confident and relaxed and more balanced if you keep putting in the work, because the more focus you put on that new, happy, positive version, the more that will reflect in your 3D reality, the more that has to come true, the more those negative, anxious, doubting emotions have to go away as well. How can they stay if internally and externally things are improving? So it's the repetition that manifests. So just keep repeating the positive thoughts, the positive visuals, because it is that repetition that is key and that is really going to keep manifesting. You also just really want to let go of that law of attraction mindset. It's not going to benefit you. It's not going to help you. That is where the emotional standpoint, I guess you could say, the emotional viewpoint is key and is a key element and just integral to manifesting. For law of attraction, it's all about your vibration. You have to feel it to manifest it. So don't get too tied up in that or worried, and don't let you spiral, because all you need to do is repeat the desired outcome in your mind over and over. It's that repetition that's creating the result you want. So keep focused on that. Remind yourself of that. Look back on different manifestations you've created to calm yourself down and bring you back into that confident mindset. I hope this video was useful and beneficial and clarified it for you guys, maybe helped you calm down and relax about manifestation a little bit. If you enjoyed, please do thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you next time.